Selling a house can be a really stressful business, and it's not something you want to get wrong. The right real estate agent is one way to make it go as smoothly as possible, and here to tell us about how to choose the best agent for you is our resident real estate expert, Cashmore.
Welcome.
It's lovely to have you here, Catherine. Now tell us, first of all, what is one of the most important roles of a selling agent?
Look, there's many. The most important is negotiation. You want someone that can negotiate a really good price. But to go into what's it worth, a big part of a selling agent's job is obviously marketing the property. That's really what you're paying them to do, is to do a really good marketing campaign. So I wanted to look at a beautiful house this week on What's It Worth that I think has been marketed particularly well. So let's take a look at this week's What's It Worth. Again, what you can see is what they're doing here is this is a family buyer that's going to buy this property. It's 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So they're highlighting immediately that you've got a nice big outdoor area for the kids to play. There you go. Oh, 4 bedrooms there, it says on there. I actually thought I read 5 bedrooms on the advert. But it's family-sized homes. Original features, but when you see a period property, that's not necessarily a bad thing, because you've got the nice period features. And you see as we go through the pictures that it actually points out those as well. So you've got the polished floorboards, you've got the high ceilings.
Very well put together.
Fireplace.
Nice
and of course, when they take the photos, they use the wide-angled shots.
Yeah.
So it makes the rooms look bigger. And it's everything. People, this is the first thing. So they've gone into their bedroom, they're showing you here, they're showing you the windows and the features on the windows. And
well presented, as they say.
it is.
Very well
and so they've highlighted all of this in the advert. And it's the photos that pull people in now, because everyone looks online on the advertisements. So, and of course there you've got the swimming pool.
That's
Great
not bad.
So country, main
so
capital?
we're in Australia.
We're in Australia. No, I mean, is it a regional centre or... It's a regional centre?
No, we're in Adelaide.
Oh, Adelaide.
We're in Adelaide.
I
So we
see.
are in an urban area.
OK, so it's worth $506,000. Yeah.
I'm going to go with 600.
I'm going to go with 750.
Okay.
I was going to go 750, but I can't say the exact same figure,
you
so I'll go
can't.
820.
820. Okay, well, you'd have all lost at the auction, because this home sold for 860,000.
Wow.
Oh.
You were closest.
You were closest.
Yeah,
so
you
you
were.
win.
You're closest.
And now you win the house.
So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the map and see where this is. So this is in Glenelg.
That's a beautiful spot.
Which is, it's really lovely. And the thing is about this suburb is there's a lot of high-rise going up. There's a lot of development going on. So family homes with the big yards are really
Desirable.
Really desirable, yeah. So so that's one of the things that you want to look for. So when you're choosing an agent, you want to choose one that's got a good online presence, because that's the marketing.
And with that online presence, because I had to sell my father's home a few months ago, and they kept on saying you must advertise in the local papers, but is that relevant these days?
Look, you've got to be reasonable about the advertising. So most people look online, but every real estate agent will try and push the advertising, because obviously they get something out of it as well, because their name is on the advertisement. There's no getting away from that.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you can afford to do it, the advertisements are quite expensive. So you would know, to go in the paper, even to go in the local
It's a
paper
bloody
for 1 week,
fortune.
It is,
you know, you're
yeah.
paying the best part of $500 in some instances. So you've got to be reasonable about it. Now, if you've got a home which you think would market to an older retired couple that haven't got access to internet access, then, you know, it might be an idea that you put an advert in the local paper, because then they'll pick it up. They're more likely to read the local paper. But in my mind, it's not overly important. So, you know, you have to be a bit reasonable. You don't need to go with everything that they're selling to you, but online is important.
Catherine, real estate agents have a pretty bad reputation as being sort of annoying or a bit shonky, like a car salesman. Is it justified?
Look, it's quite funny, because every year Reader's Digest do this survey of the most trusted people, and real estate agents just come one above car salesmen and politicians. I think come right at the bottom of everything. And but I think most of that reputation comes from the buyers, and this is where you've got to understand what the real estate agent is. He is employed by the vendor. The real estate agent is there to work to get the highest price for the vendor. So anything he tells the buyer, he's not going to say anything that is going to be detrimental to his vendor. He's only going to say something that is going to be in their best interest. So he's not going to highlight the main road. He's not going to tell you that, you know, you might be able to get it for 450,000
No.
Yeah.
if he's advertising it at 470.
But there's also a sort of a smoothness to
There
a real
is,
estate
yeah,
agent.
Well, they don't make
Yeah,
it clear
suits.
who they represent, whose advocate they actually are, because
course.
they make it feel when you're buying a house
right.
that they're working for you to help you get a
yeah.
house, and then they're also serving,
Yeah.
you know, it's being a slave to two masters
It's
in a
funny
way.
because one of the most common questions they get asked is, would you buy this house yourself? If it was you buying it, would you buy it? What's he going to say? You know,
Yeah.
well, of
No.
course,
No.
you know, because he's going to buy the house.
Before we
himself.
run out of time,
Yeah.
what do you think is the key thing in choosing a real estate
Yeah,
agent?
what I would do is I would go and secret shop them before you choose. So I go to a few open for inspections in your area, go through, give your name and number, make sure they give you a call back the next week, see how pushy they are with you. You want someone who is pushy. You want a salesman who's going to push you to go through the open. Request a private inspection, see if they'll meet you there after hours, see how enthusiastic they are to follow you up, to answer your questions. How much do they know about the house, or are you going to ask them how big the land is and they're just going to say, I don't know?
And you think that you should interview 3 or 4?
I do. I think that you should get a few in and do your own research of what the house is worth. So you're going to get a few in. Yeah, they're not going to disappoint you in the price that they give. They want your business.
Yeah.
They're also not going to be unreasonable because they want to sell the home. But if you do your own homework of what the property's worth, then at least you've got an idea before they actually come in.
That's
and
good.
see
Unfortunately,
you,
I wasn't ever very good at homework. Anyway, would you please thank the very informed Catherine Cashmore. You're watching The Circle, and after the break, Michelle Laurie looks at the work of more of this country's army of volunteers. Come back and join us.